into the predictions. All right. All the talk is good. All the talk is great. But what pays is the actual prediction you make. All right. So now, whatever we say, y'all, like you're gonna be held accountable to whatever you say going forward. Just want to let you know. All right. So we gotta make predictions on the season. Where do we see them finishing by the end of this year, 2023?
Mark, you
All
want
right,
to take it on, man?
and you said what?
I was going to say, Mark, you want to go first, man? That one.
I can do this one, man. Look,
I'm gonna go first. I ain't go first yet. You can go first.
Oh,
okay, go ahead, Joe. Go ahead,
Joe.
I got some.
All right, let me throw the schedule up here for y'all.
Woo, look at this schedule.
All right. So look, by the way, this picture is not brought to you by Refusable Sports. So any copyright thing going on, we ain't taking no credit for nothing. All right, because I ain't cropped nothing out of this picture. Anyway, here's the schedule of 2023. All right, full schedule. So where do I hold on? This is only the home schedule. I'm tripping.
No, it's
this
got
everybody.
both. It's both. Everybody.
Okay, cool. All right, everybody. All right. So no, I think this is only the home schedule. Yeah,
no, you got everybody.
I do. I got everybody. Okay, cool. Let's get it. All right. So my prediction for this year. All right. I'm gonna break it down. So I feel like our floor. All right, our floor is 9-8. All right. I think, obviously things gonna happen worse than that. You can have injuries to Sam Howell, God forbid. You can have an injury to Terry McLaurin. And you can just fall to the ground. But I'm talking about with the team we got instructed, we are fairly healthy throughout the year. I think worst case scenario we can go 9-8.
Stop it.
All right.
Get some help.
9-8. All right. So when I look at the schedule, the 9-8 I see. All right. I see wins against the Cardinals, the Broncos, right? The Bears, the Falcons, the Eagles, second time around, the Patriots, the Giants, second time around, the Rams, and the Cowboys, second time around. All right. I can see that like worst case scenario if we are fairly healthy. Now, best case scenario, I do see a 12-5 season. But let me go back to 9-8. I think 9-8 will happen because, like I said, our offensive line issues, and I think that it's going to take chemistry, going to take time for us to gel. All right. But when it comes to the 12-5, that's if we click off Bucks. Like we click from the beginning. I can see a 12-5 season. I mean, the only thing I added was this. Sorry, y'all. I added, we beat the Jets. All right. We beat the Jets. We beat the Giants both times. And we beat the Cowboys both times. I'm sorry, Cowboys fans. But look at the schedule. When we play Dallas at the end of the season, last game of the season, and it means something, we normally win that game. And when we play them on Thanksgiving, all right, it normally goes to our favor in recent years. By recent time, we play them on Thanksgiving. So that's why I think that we could possibly sweep Dallas. But I think we're still split with Philly. Philly is a great team. I think Dallas is a good team too. But that's my best case scenario, 12-5. But I'm gonna roll with 10 wins. I know I said 10 wins last year. I'm gonna say 10-7.
Me, that's a good number because I got us with 11 wins. Reason I do think we sweep the Cowboys. I think we sweep the Cowboys, like good or bad. I think the November 23rd we win. The last game of the season we win. Split with the Eagles.
I want nobody to think I'm going crazy. That's my wife. All right, y'all. Ain't no random trick. All right.
Okay.
Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah. So I say we do sweep the Cowboys. I think we do split with the Eagles. I think the Eagles win the first they home game and we win our home game. I think we sweep the Giants too. The Bears we win, Falcons we win, Patriots we win, Seahawks it's gonna be a good one. The Dolphins gonna be a good one. The Rams we win, the Jets gonna be a good one, and San Francisco I think we win too.
Okay.
Yeah, we're pretty solid. Last year, yeah, we're pretty solid. No injuries, barring no injuries or nothing like that. We was with the injuries that we had last year. We was one play away from in 3 games from winning, and we won 8 games. So that's 11 wins right there last season with turmoil. So if everything, sits straight, we can get those wins back this season. I got push-ups on the Bears winning. I'll bet that. I'll bet that. I will definitely bet that. I got us beating the Bears. I think our defensive line too good. I think our defense in general is better than everybody we play against. I really think we got the best defense in the league for real. Just top down, like depth and everything. So I think we out here. The Washington 11 wins this season. I think we got us 11-6. Final prediction. And don't be surprised if we do it like a deep playoff run too. So if it happens, we were the scariest team in there.
All right, Mike.
Man, y'all gonna hate me for this, but I'm nowhere near 11 wins, 10 wins, not even 9 wins. I got us really only winning 7 games this season.
Okay.
Oh,
I got us winning 7 games this season. And I'm gonna
Okay.
tell you, and I'm gonna break down the teams I had. So of course, that first game, season over against the Cardinals, I feel like that's a definite dub.
Mhm.
Then we go to Denver. I feel like we should get that dub. Got us lose against the Bills, of course. I actually got us losing that first game against the Eagles. I was a little bit of a question mark on the Bears. Reason being, let's keep this in mind with Washington. We are terrible when it comes to primetime games. We suck at Monday night, Sunday night, and some Thursday nights. That's why they don't have our schedule, as you can see, with a lot of late games. We play a lot of 1 o'clocks. But nevertheless, I gave us a dub for the Bears. Got us winning against the Falcons. We're going to split. I feel like we're going to definitely sweep the Giants this year. Got us beating the Patriots. I don't have us beating the Seahawks. I do not have us beating the Seahawks. That Thanksgiving game against Dallas, I'll chop that up as a dub. I don't got us beating Miami. We're gonna beat the Rams, and then we're gonna lose the last 3.
All right.
I just don't. And then this is basically my concern with is going to be on the strength of the offense. I just feel like it's going to be a struggle, and again, it's going to start off real slow. I just feel like we're going to really rely on the hype of what we got with the defense. I think we're going to put a lot of high hopes on the defense to get the offense out of jams. And then in order for us, with this strength of the schedule we have, Washington's going to have to put up points. We said this in the past before. And I'm not talking about a little rinky dink 14 or 21 points. We're going to have to probably put up at least a good 30 plus in order to be able to say we need to win. And that's just based off of how I feel about the offense and the O-line. I just don't see them, having a successful season that everybody is thinking. Yeah, we're high on like all the attributes that came in the offseason, but it's going to take time for that. Again, we always talk about that chemistry to build up in one whole season. So I'm saying that 7 wins. I mean, maybe 9 wins after that, but definitely 7 wins.
I mean, we had 8 wins last year with all of the discombobulation that we had last season, and we got 8 wins. If everything's straight, man, like 3 games we lost by 1 play. So I mean, if it'll be really good if we actually did that. Like if we not 7 wins, but like 11 or 10, if we actually just finish the games, and and our defense is too good to be giving up anything over 25 points a game. So us having to score 30 that's like a ridiculous number, So I feel like if we can score 22 to 24 points a game, that should be more than enough with our defense. Team shouldn't score over 21 points. They really shouldn't. 21 is a stretch. We didn't even average. We didn't allow 21 points last season. As a overall. So I mean, technically it's not a rookie because he beat Dallas last year. So I mean, he in the regular season, and but that was a response to a comment. But yeah, we should definitely have more than 7 wins. 7 wins is if the whole team get injured, and that's if everybody get injured. That's 7 wins. I can't. That's low in my opinion, especially after what we did last year with nothing. all the injuries, no quarterback.
All right, Mike, I definitely respect where you're coming from because I know we won 8 games last year. We won 8-1, but you look at the schedule, it was a fairly easy schedule compared to what we expect to be this year. I look at all our wins last year. We beat the Eagles. That was a good team. Okay. We beat the Eagles, and we beat the Cowboys at the end of the season. And I think that's it. As far as like when we beat Jacksonville first game of the season, but that was the first game of the season. All the other wins were to like the Colts, which was a nail biter, Falcons, which was definitely a nail biter, the Packers, who didn't make the playoffs, which was a nail biter, the Bears, which was the ugliest game of the season Thursday night.
Right.
So yeah, I get it. Right now, I would go your route if we came back with Scott Turner and Scott Turner. Basically, we came in with Scott Turner. I would agree with you. Since Ron Rivera has been the coach with Scott Turner as an offensive coordinator, we have averaged 19 points a game, which is 27th in the NFL, averaged 5 yards per play, which is 29th in the NFL, and a 39 QBR rating, which is 30th in the NFL. I do not expect this ugly offensive performance to happen under Eric Bieniemy. So, for those who don't know, all right, I try not to do this, but I got to pull this card. I'm a Sacramento Kings fan, all right? So, like, for those who know basketball, Mike Brown was the assistant coach for the dynasty, most recent dynasty, the Golden State Warriors. And he could not get a job. He was there for 6 years. He left that team to go to Sacramento, which was the worst job on the market. 16-year playoff drought. But what he brought was a winning culture. He brought a winning culture from day one and turned that team from the worst team, the laughing stock in the NBA, to the top 3 team in the West and having the number 1 offensive rating in NBA history. So I'm not saying Eric Bieniemy going to do that. But what I do see, I see Eric Bieniemy, who was just with the most recent potential dynasty. The Chiefs are the Warriors of the NFL. And he leaves that team because he couldn't get a job, just like Mike Brown, and goes to the worst situation because we had terrible ownership. We know what was going on, all that stuff. Terrible offense. And you are trying to get a job as a black man in the NFL, and you go to this situation? This dude sees somebody, he sees something. And what I've been hearing in training camp was, what I've been hearing in training camp is all of this. I heard that the culture he's installing, he's expecting greatness. Everybody's running to the offensive line. Little stuff like that matters because when the moment happens in the real game, they're going to be prepared for because he's been there. He's preparing for these moments right now. And having Jacoby Brissett right there helping out somehow, I think it's going to make things better too. So I do think we have a top-tier defense. I think our defensive backs got better. Cam Curl is making a focus on turning the ball over. His last 2 years, he got 0 interceptions. And that's why Cam Curl don't get noticed for real. He the best safety in our division, but nobody nationally talking about him because he turned the ball over. But he's making that a direct priority this year. So I think our defense will be good this year still. I just think we'll be a top 5-ish defense. And on top of that, I don't think our offense is going to be as bad as it's been this previous year. So that's why I got us winning 10 games, but our floor is being 9 games. So, you want to add that? All right, that's it. All right, cool.
That's good.
That's good.
Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.